Hello and welcome to Morris Park. I'm Clyde Morris. Today I've got a little unboxing to do. My wife Deb, she bought me a real cool present here today. This is something I haven't had in my collection. And I saw this online, so she bought this for me for a gift. Thanks, babe. I really appreciate this. This is really going to be cool. So we're going to unbox this, and then we're going to pop this up too. Move my sign. So let's get the unboxing list. Get some of the paperwork here. Okay, I'm kind of excited about this because this is something very new for me. Well, at least it's not boxed in that fuzz like my my Medusa was, the Euphorbia flanaganii. So let's check this out. It is kind of tangled in there though. It almost looks like a little saguaro the way it's shaped. Good roots on it. Take out some of the paper here. Okay, what I have here is a Hoodia gordonii. This is kind of a new Asclepiad for my collection. These are in the Apocynaceae. So when they bloom, these are similar to Stapelias and so forth. When they bloom, they get a starfish kind of flower on it. And yes, it does smell unpleasant from the description. It looks very healthy. It's got really green tops on it. Stems look that nice, healthy gray-green. Roots are wonderful. So let's get to boxing this guy up. I'm going to set it right here. The pot I chose to use, and the reason I chose to use this, is actually an orchid pot, and it's got 3 holes up the side here. Now the reason I chose to use this pot is because everything I've been reading up about these is that they are very sensitive to moisture. So to help it drain a little bit more, I decided to use this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these little rocks on over the holes. So it'll still have the extra drainage, but the roots won't be so exposed to air. Like say an orchid would be or something in this pot. I'm going to put the screen down in here. And it'll help block some of that too. I'll have to probably put another one. And then I'll place my rocks so they'll be kind of on these holes here. I don't know if you can see that, but they'll be over the holes. Get my hand out of the way. They'll be those holes and help hold in some of that, so the roots won't quite dry out so much, but still give the extra drainage that it probably needs. Okay. Got my soil ready here. Okay, rocks are in place. I'm not really happy with the screen. It's got a little corner sticking out there. See if I can move that over just a little bit so it isn't poking out there when I fill it the rest of the way with soil. Okay, put that soil in around that. That's a bit better. Make sure these rocks kind of stay in their position here. Make sure that's pressed down. little more soil. I'm using a pretty well-drained soil here. It's my normal cactus mix. I was going to add some lava rock to it, and I decided, well, if I'm using this kind of pot with the extra drainage, it probably won't need the extra lava rock, because it's going to have quite a bit more drainage. Yeah, let me see how this works. Looks just like a little cactus, doesn't it? But this is no way related to the cactus family. This is the milkweed family, actually, or the dogbane family, the Apocynaceae. I might put a little more soil in there. Okay. Still seems a bit low in the pot. So I'm going to add some soil here. Some more. Okay. That looks about right. Get that centered. Try not to damage these roots too much. I won't be watering this for a while. I might wait about 2 weeks. These really like dry. From what I've read about them, they come out of like the Kalahari and Namib Desert. These are both extremely dry places. This plant can go a long time without getting water in nature. Tamp that down just a little bit. Settle that in. Helps to tap the sides of the pot there to kind of settle it and get it to firm in around the roots. There we go. Okay, I think I've got enough soil in there. I don't want to get too far up around the neck of this plant. I don't want to overrun it with the soil or any kind of moisture around its base too much. We'll tap that. We wrap it a couple times there. Try not to break the arms off. Okay. Get this out of the way here and put this in the box. I have some crushed lava rock I'm going to put around it. That keeps it nice and airy. Lets it breathe, but at the same time holds the soil down and lets the soil stay loose and not get compacted. I like to use top dressing on all my cactus and succulents. And I think it looks pretty good, the lava rock does. I've used other things, but it seems like lava rock's just become kind of my favorite. I used to use some of the normal rocks from around the area as far as a top dressing and collect little pebbles and so forth, but it just seems a lot easier, and these are better looking, I believe. Pour that in around that. There you go. It's even got a little tiny branch. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a little teeny tiny branch right here. Starting to come out, so I'll be anticipating that. It's kind of in its growing period right now. They say they grow more towards spring and fall. And during the summer, during the heat, you don't really water them or anything too much because they're kind of in a dormant state. And during the winter, it'll be the same way. This won't receive any water. It'll stay quite dry. That's not to rot it. And I'll wait till the warmer days of spring to start watering. These can take, as I say, a lot of dry. They prefer dry. So I'll just have to be careful with it. A plant like this, you'd have to wait and water when it's completely dried out every time. And the way I usually do that is take a small wooden skewer and stick it down in there and test the soil. If the soil comes out powder dry, I'll know to water this. Now this might look kind of good. Let's see here with a rock. Sometimes you got to kind of look at your options. I think I might go with that smaller one there. This is kind of interesting rock too. Put it right there. It's looking pretty good. And there it is. My Hoodia, gordonii. This is actually the plant that's become a little bit controversial. It's been used as a dietary supplement. It was said to be used by Bushmen of the Kalahari to curb appetite, but I've read it's had some side effects on people also, so I don't know if I'd want to eat this plant or not. Most of the plants of the Apocynnaceae are a bit toxic, including these Asclepiads like Stapelias and so forth. So I don't plan to be eating it, though. I just plan to be growing it and liking it. Very cool. A little close-up shot. It's amazing how much it looks like a cactus, but of course, if you look closely, it has no areoles where the spines are coming out. Spines or thorns, or I don't know how you classify that. Little branch coming out there. Pretty cool. That's something to wait for. Very awesome. I'm really happy to have this plant. Thanks, babe. I really appreciate it. My wife is the bestest girl in the whole wide world. What an awesome plant. Anyhow, I'm glad I got to share this with you. This is Clyde Morris from Morris Park on a nice Friday evening. Hope you have a great weekend, and take care.